Ariane and her partner were enjoying a leisurely stroll along a mountain pathway when a noise from the woods caught their attention. Given the dense foliage, the source of the sound remained obscured. Not keen on encountering any potentially large forest inhabitants, they quickly opted to veer away from the area and continue in the opposite direction. Just as they rounded a bend, they encountered another hiker, clearly in search of something. Despite their recent scare, Ariane and her partner paused to offer their assistance. The hiker explained that he had heard distressed cries emanating from the woods, the same sound that had startled the couple earlier. Although he had caught sight of a small animal, it had eluded him upon approach. Realizing the importance of not leaving the area without ensuring the creature's safety, the trio resolved to conduct a thorough search. They knew that they couldn't live with themselves if they abandoned the task at hand. As they combed through the area, the cries grew louder, leading them to a dark, hollowed-out tree stump. Within, they spotted two glowing eyes peering back at them, a frightened kitten seeking refuge. Despite their attempts to coax her out with food, the kitten remained wary and unresponsive. Realizing that reaching the kitten would require some discomfort and bravery, Ariane prepared to slide into the tree stump. The prospect was daunting, considering the possibility of encountering other creatures lurking within. Nevertheless, Ariane remained focused on the rescue mission, determined to retrieve the trembling furball from its hiding place. With careful maneuvering, Ariane managed to reach the tiny kitten and gently lifted her out of the stump. The kitten, visibly shaken and frail, revealed her vulnerable state. She was still in need of her mother's care. The rescue prompted thoughts of the kitten's potential family nearby. While Ariane and her partner tended to the rescued kitten, the other hiker embarked on a search for the mother cat and any additional kittens that might be in the vicinity. Despite the hikers' thorough search efforts over the course of the day and the next, there was no sign of the kitten's family. It appeared that the tiny kitten had found herself alone in the world. Ariane, moved by compassion, wrapped the fragile creature in her jacket, providing warmth and comfort. Recognizing the kitten's distress, Ariane and her partner made the heartfelt decision to bring her home. However, they soon realized that caring for the kitten would be a challenging task. The incessant crying indicated her hunger, loneliness, and fear, highlighting the urgent need for nourishment and comfort. Facing the daunting prospect of raising a kitten without prior experience, Ariane understood the importance of immediate action. She knew that the kitten's survival depended on her ability to provide adequate care, a task beyond their capabilities. In a moment of inspiration, Ariane reached out to her friend Sarah, a volunteer at Tones or Foulon's Montreal shop. With Sarah's expertise and willingness to help, Ariane arranged for the kitten to be fostered. This decision offered the kitten a better chance of survival and the opportunity to find a loving home once she was strong enough. They christened her Cloquette, meaning Little Belle in French, a fitting name for the delicate kitten. A visit to the vet revealed that Cloquette was merely a few weeks old and severely underweight, indicating a challenging road ahead. Without intervention, Cloquette wouldn't have survived another night in the woods. Her rescuers had granted her a chance at life, albeit with an uncertain future. Despite being physically removed from the woods, Cloquette remained entrenched in her own figurative struggle. She continued to cry and reject food, causing concern for her well-being. Sarah, determined to provide the nurturing Cloquette desperately needed, acquired a special bottle and prescribed formula from the vet. However, Cloquette remained resistant, her spirit seemingly broken. Refusing to give up on the fragile kitten, Sarah enveloped Cloquette in her own warmth and affection, keeping her close to her heart. Hour after hour, Sarah patiently offered milk, hoping for even the slightest sign of progress. It was a long and arduous night, but eventually, Cloquette relented, taking a few hesitant sips, a glimmer of hope in the darkness. Despite this breakthrough, Cloquette's recovery was far from instantaneous. Sarah and her family remained vigilant, celebrating each small victory as Clochette struggled to eat. Given her fragile state, Sarah kept Cloquette close at all times, either nestled in her jacket or snugly wrapped in blankets, providing the comfort and security she so desperately needed. During a routine feeding session, Sarah made a startling discovery. Clochette was cold and unresponsive. Without hesitation, Sarah and her family sprang into action, administering CPR to the tiny kitten and rushing her to the vet. Despite the dire situation, they refused to give up hope, determined to save Cloquette after all they had been through together. At the vet's office, Clochette received vital fluids and attentive care, her condition teetering on the edge of survival. Sarah remained steadfast by Cloquette's side, offering solace and support as the team fought tirelessly to revive her. In a pivotal moment, Clochette seemed to draw strength from the collective determination of those around her, igniting her own will to live. Miraculously, Clochette's condition stabilized, allowing her to return to her foster home where she continued to grow stronger with each passing day. Initially tentative, Clochette gradually began exploring her surroundings, responding eagerly to Sarah's calls, and engaging in playful antics with the other animals in the household. From a frail and sickly kitten to a vibrant and healthy cat, Clochette's transformation was nothing short of remarkable. While the rescue center deemed her ready to find her forever home, the thought of parting with Clochette weighed heavily on Sarah's heart. She had invested countless hours nurturing Cloquette back to health, forming an unbreakable bond in the process. Sarah made a heartfelt decision that would change Cloquette's life forever. She called the rescue center and conveyed a simple message. Clochette would not be returning to the shelter. Instead, she would remain with Sarah and her family indefinitely. What had started as a foster arrangement had blossomed into a permanent bond, a testament to the love and devotion they shared. Clochette had found her forever home, and Sarah couldn't imagine it any other way.